Alright, camera focus, thank you. What's up, bro? I hope you're doing well. And this is Forest of Legend part number 7. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you about the future of this YouTube channel mainly today, and then I'm gonna just ramble on about some random stuff. But I started this channel, I believe, exactly on April 1st, like no joke. And it's not made as an April Fool's prank or anything, but that's just how things happened. And I believe I released my video exactly on that day. So I've been making YouTube for like 4 months now. And honestly, I think it's been the right decision. Because I felt like I should be doing content since around February, March, and I was like, yeah, but what if? So basically I was like having the basic limiting beliefs. Like, hey, I don't have professional equipment. All I have is my phone, on which my camera and audio isn't even that good. All I have is zero camera experience, and the videos are not gonna be good. And I just thought to myself, like, wait, why the hell am I not doing this? Because all of the things can be fixed in time. And if I just start and learn later, then what's gonna be the big problem? So ever since thinking that way, I've just been doing everything. I've been making shorter format videos, aka called shorts. I've been experimenting with short videos, so like 5 minutes to 10 minutes, longer videos which are over 10 minutes, and like the really long ones. I believe my longest one, excluding the wall staring is an exception, but I believe the longest one I've released is like 45 to 50 minutes. And I've come to the realization that, hey, the content, my past self would not watch that content. Like, I wouldn't go ahead and click on that because, one, the thumbnails definitely need some improvement, and number two, there is not enough engagement on my part, because either you have some editing and you can get away with not being all that energetic or present on cam, or you have some edit, or you have like zero editing, but there you have to be like really present. And I don't think that I have acquired that presence yet, because I still need to make some content to acquire the presence that could really captivate and hold the viewer onto the video. And I think that that is going to be where it's gonna go one day, but for now, I just thought like, hey, what if I make some videos that are a little bit more edited, and therefore I won't have as much videos up, because I want to focus more on quality instead of quantity now. Because so far, I believe since like the middle of June, early June, something like that, I was releasing videos every single day, one short and one video. And I was like, yeah, this is gonna grow the channel. And I know that that is not my real goal, because my goal is to provide value. But I can't really provide enough value so that, no, let's rephrase that. Even though I might be providing value in those videos, nobody's gonna click on them. Like, nobody's gonna sit there and listen to me talk for 5 minutes or something. So I was just thinking like, hey, I need to like switch some things up. So that's when I thought. That's when I thought that, hey, what if I make like more qualitative videos that holds the people's attention a little bit more? And what if I change it up a little bit? Because the current format, I do not think that that's something that people are gonna watch for a long time, unless you're like someone that likes to listen to podcasts all the time. You're probably not used to something more unedited, to say the least. And I'm not saying like in a defensive way or anything, but this is more actually offensive to me, because my content's not exactly where I want it to be. So I've just been thinking recently that I think the shift from like these daily unedited videos where as I said, there's not really that much going on. I just thought that, what if I make videos that are more qualitative instead of quantitative? What if I make like 2 videos a week, but they have like some really good information that's really compact, a script that is done a lot more caringly, and there's a lot more time invested in it to get the information across somewhat better. And what if I make those videos somewhat more engaging with a little bit of music, a little bit of editing? Because honestly, I feel like that's a lot more authentic to me in comparison to those long unedited videos. Because yesterday I recorded my first video, which was my first video in this new style, I mean. So I had the wall staring and the basically like the review of the wall staring. That's like the first more edited video. And while I do think that it could still use some improvement, by the way, as of recording this, I'm not completely done with it yet, so I still need to add the finishing touches. But I still think that it could use some spackle here and there, but I don't want to get caught in the perfectionist trap. I want to get it out for now. And I'm gonna see what are the things that I could do better. I'm gonna write those down, and once I do the next video, I'm going to see like, hey, what could have been done here better. So yeah, that is basically the plan for right now. Excuse me. So overall, I am going to cut down on the upload schedule. I'm going to keep the shorts coming. I'm going to start editing them a little bit better, add some music, see what I can do to, how should I say this, to make them more authentic to myself, without it being like completely over edited, because I'm not a fan of that, but like little bits of engaging edits that really add to the video. Because once you go to like a certain boundary, I think that it just becomes too much, and it detracts from the value of the short. But I think like adding some music, adding like 1 or 2 animations, changing the font from time to time when it's appropriate, I think that could go a long way, because those subtle changes actually make a pretty big difference. So overall, that is it for YouTube. Trying to see if I have anything else to say about it, but I do not think I do. So yeah, that's mainly it. Have to be careful not to step into some freaking puddles, because it's been raining for freaking days here. Like I believe it started on, what is it, Wednesday? It's Saturday morning right now. Yes, this video was pre-scheduled to upload on Sunday. Just so you're how do you say this, on track. But yeah, I honestly think that this will be a net positive for my channel, and not just for my channel, but for me as well. Because I realized like, hey, recording this one video, it was a lot more fun. I had a lot more laughs, and it didn't feel forced, because sometimes when I recorded the videos, friggin' cobweb, sometimes when I record the videos, I feel like, oh, I don't really want to record right now, so I'm just gonna push it for later. And I was just thinking like, hey, if it's going that way, and it's not just like once or twice, but like multiple times, I felt a feeling like this friction between recording and me. I felt it quite a lot. And I think the key to that is just changing how I'm doing things. Because like this, bro, I laughed way too much. Like, no joke. Like the freaking... Ooh, there's a little mouse over there. Bro, I swear these cobwebs are like going around the whole place. But during this whole video, it was a lot more fun. Like during the passage with the bear with me. Like that's such a freaking dumb joke. But man, it freaking cracked me up. Also, also the Florida man debacle. So yeah, my filler words are still there. You don't really, I don't think you'll get to see them during the videos as much anymore. Simply because I'm going to be editing out like the things that diverge from the script, but they're still there. That becomes pretty apparent in these Forest of Legend videos. Bro, like going at a higher tempo, uphill, plus talking, it's actually a lot more challenging than I anticipated. Like, this is, it's actually making me sweat a little bit. Might be because my legs are kind of screwed. And I was like, yeah, tomorrow there's gonna be some heavy leg training going on. But I don't think so. Like, holy shit. We had like fighting on Thursday, and since then, like, my ass has been absolutely destroyed. And yesterday we did a little bit of leg training, which was okay, but then we did a monk stance for 5 minutes. You know how a monk stance looks, right? The monk stance is when you're like 90 degrees in the squat, and you just hold that for as long as you can. And I did it for like almost 5 minutes. Like at the end I was like, bro, my muscles are not cooperating with me anymore. Like, even though I could have tried to go longer, I think my muscle would have just not let me. So that's the story behind that. Oh yeah, one more thing for YouTube. I am going to get myself a lav mic to attach to, like, let's say here on my t-shirt or something, because I thought that the audio quality, it wasn't downright abysmal, but it wasn't exactly good either. And I was just thinking, like, hey, I can make this a lot better to simply just buying a lav mic, which is like, what, $30, and like the one I'm getting is $30. It's like a Bluetooth mic that you just put on yourself and you can just talk. Have to be careful to not step in the mud. This is the only disadvantage to going through a forest, is that when it rains, bro, you have so much to pay attention to. Like, you could slip at any moment. You have to, like, be able to not go into these types of mud, because once you get into these guys, bro, I swear, if you go there, your shoes are not gonna be a fan. And overall, this might be a bit of a difficult thing to traverse. Hold up, wait. You know what I just realized? We might have a problem. It rained for the last few days, and yesterday, in front, there was like a huge freaking puddle. And if I'm not able to go through the freaking puddle, might have to backtrack from here, which would be kind of sad. We're just gonna pray that the puddle hasn't expanded, because if it has, I'm not gonna be able to pass. Like I don't want my freaking shoes to be completely wet. My pants also. But let's just see. Well, let's hope for the best, shall we? I'm gonna switch my hand real quick. almost there. We're almost there. There you go. And bam. Okay, nice. Nah, there we go. Alright. One thing that I've realized with these videos is that I'm not looking at the camera often. And while that's a little bit bothersome, I'm really sorry that I'm not, because I've got to look at the way, because I think if I'd be staring like this the whole time, one, it would look a little bit weird, and number two, I'm probably gonna stumble over something. And I think that's the last thing I want, especially in this kind of weather. So let's keep on going, shall we? We have been blessed. We have been blessed, boys. Let me show you why. Look at this right here. The puddle has cleared up. Well, partly. It's still hard to traverse, but it hasn't completely submerged the mud. There you go. Perfect. Alright, obstacle is down. Mission successful. A good tip, this is completely off topic, like a good tip if you want better sleep is legit just to go outside or to look up at the sky right after waking up. Like, okay, sure, if it's winter and it's like completely dark, like there's zero light outside, okay, that's probably not gonna do much. But if it's even like gray like this, like it's like rainy weather here. Even if it's like this, it wakes you up. Like, I might not look like I'm awake at the moment. I'm still like, my eyes need like an hour or so to become like from like this to this. But it certainly helps with your cognition and stuff like that. So yeah, that is a good tip that I've been making use of, because I'm the person that, bro, my alarm goes off and I'm like, okay, let's get up, and see how it goes, and 5 minutes later I'm like, bro, I'm so fucking tired, get back into bed for like 10 minutes. I'm honestly not good at that. I really do not know why, because I'm getting bedtime that's like 9 hours a day and I'm barely waking up in the night. So I do not know if it's got anything to do with my sleep quality, or if it's just the fact that I'm like a pretty difficult person, a difficult wake up person. Because there are some days when I'm like, there are some days when I'm like, hey, waking up is actually pretty easy. But often the times it isn't that way. But closing the umbrella, holding my jacket and my phone at the same time is a little bit difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Let me step aside real quick. There you go. Congratulations, you did not get run over by a car. I think that's a good first achievement for the day. And then we just show you some stuff. As you can see, like, I'm not really prepared for these Forest of Legend videos for most of the time. I do not make like prior scripts where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this. Well, I did in the last one, where I was like, I'm gonna have 3 topics, I'm just gonna talk about that. But today I only had like YouTube, the future of the YouTube channel, and that was about it. And I do not know, like, I think I'm gonna have some that are this way, like, that are, how should I say this? like completely unscripted basically. Like I have one topic that I talk about, and after that it's just like off script, a little bit of rambling about this and that. And I will have some which are a little bit more concentrated on certain topics. So for example, in the last one we had alcohol, music, and there was one more which I can't remember right now. But I'm just gonna see which of these is a better format. And I'm a little bit divisive because I often don't find like 3 topics that I can talk about for almost an hour. And that might be a little bit of a limitation to that. I don't really know. We shall see, I suppose. But for these videos, I feel like they don't have like a huge watch value, to say the least. Because if you just watch a guy who's just talking to his camera about some random shit and not about a certain topic which actually interests you, I do not know how many people are gonna watch that. Like maybe you could have it on the background or something, which would maybe alleviate it, but you I doubt you're like sitting in front of your phone and saying, this is interesting. So I guess we'll just see. Let's restart that sentence. I think the great benefit to making these videos is simply just getting more camera experience, because this is completely unedited. Like the only times I edit something is like when I have to combine the clips together because I did not manage to make a whole recording. That's it. But there's no like editing, no like transition or something. This is like completely unfiltered. So I think the biggest benefit, one more time, is that I get to improve my camera skills. Because I'm not like, because I can't like, oh, but I said something wrong. Shit, I have to restart the video. No, I'm like, okay, I might have started a little bit, might have been able to pull up, might have been able to say something a little bit better here and there, but I'm not gonna restart the video for that. And I think just being okay. Hold up. There you go. I think just being okay with the mistakes is a big part of what you're gonna do, because at the end of the day, I'm getting better every single day. Like that's a pretty big thing. Like let's be honest here. That's a pretty damn good thing. Getting a little bit better every single day, like I don't know, 1%. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Because look at my early videos. I was like, yeah, this I'm talking about self-image here. Cool. Take this example, and I was pretty awkward to say the least. But while I might be still awkward now, and I still might be able to make some mistakes here and there, I feel a lot more comfortable in front of a camera. And I think that's just due to being in front of it. Imagine how I will be in a year in front of a camera from now. I think that's going to be a huge leap in quality, a huge leap in conversation skills, and a huge leap in like basically every single thing that you could think of in a YouTube video. Maybe even the camera quality. Who knows? By that point, might be at that point. At that point, I might be at that point. That's an interesting sentence, but it works. I wanted to see how like stillness feels like. I have a camera in front of me, and you've just been watching 20 seconds of silence and a dude walking. And I've got a feeling that if you're still here looking at this, there's something wrong with you. No, just kidding, but I like don't really understand how people can just do this kind of stuff and expect to get like lots of views. because they're like, yeah, I'm talking about this and that, and this is cool and this is great, but who really gives a shit? Like, no one knows you. Like, if you were Arnold Schwarzenegger, they were like, he's talking about cool stuff, let's go. But if you're like someone that's completely unknown, you have like, you won a medal in high school, great, nobody gives a shit. You should not expect to get your views from videos like this one. Would be pretty ironic if this one blows up, but the chances of that are way too low. So I don't think that's even worth considering. And I never made these Forest of Legend videos for them to blow up, because I know that there's basically no potential for that. The main reason I make them, as I said, is to get better on camera. And I think that over time, it's actually gotten a lot better. Like, if I look at my first Forest of Legend video, I was kind of awkward. I was going like in the rain and stuff. The audio quality was pretty freaking horrible. But the important thing is that I actually started making them. And that's, excuse me, that's the thing that's really vital, in my opinion. It's starting to rain, so I think I'm gonna put the phone down, my boys. Hope you have a good one, and see you the next time. Alright, so I just found out. Yes, this was cut, I know. Chill. I just found out that I'm still not really comfortable with other people in terms of, like, when I'm recording these Forest of Legend videos. Fucking hell, it's raining again. I still feel like these people, like when I have to like say hello to them or something, I still have that like fear of judgment, that they just look at you weird, like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, he's not talking to a friend, he's speaking in a different language. What's going on here? And I instinctively freaking stop the video when there's like another person coming on camera. And I would have ended the video anyway in like 1 more minute, because I'm getting back to the city. But I don't know if that's a good thing to stop the videos. But you know what? Next time, the next time a person comes, I'm just gonna leave it on. Just see what happens. And I made up like this pretty excuse of, oh shit, fucking hell. I made up this pretty excuse of, hey, the rain is coming right now. And I'm just gonna end the video here. Hit me exactly in the freaking right moment, bro. The freaking tree. Hold on. So yeah, I think I'll have to just work on that a little bit more. Because if every time a freaking person comes, I end up interrupting a video, the video is gonna take a while. And I think it will overall just be a pretty good skill to acquire, to not give a shit. Because, yeah, overall, like, not giving a shit is a pretty good skill. Alright, my mind's made up. And the next time a person comes, not in this video because there's no one around and I'm almost back in the city, but the next one, when a person comes around, I'm keeping up the video no matter what. Unless it's like the freaking police or something, which I honestly doubt. I haven't been stopped with the police. Actually, I have been once, but I'll tell you that story next time. Yeah, you know what? The next episode is going to be a little bit of a story time. Mark my words, if I don't deliver on that, then dislike this video and put some hate comments in the, like, you did not make a story time video. So yeah, that is it. I am almost back at the city, so I'm just gonna end the video here. I thank you for watching, if you've watched this far, and if not, then you are not going to see this anyway. So yeah, see you next time. Goodbye, have a nice day.